This was a gift. This was a gift with a sign out front. But he donated his house, and he gave us $30,000 to do whatever we needed to do the work. We're getting a lot of support off and on from Kaylee and the Keys Foundation as far as grants to do things. We just had the stairs replaced. And we had the furnace changed over to gas instead of oil. We cut our electricity bill in half. So. Out to Boston or New York City or wherever they were building industrialized towns. I can't never do a tour without having a $10 bill. Sold them 33 of them.
Some of the things on this building is kind of unique. Obviously, the back part has changed over the years. Very typical old congregational church had the rounded back when you get in behind it. Some of the facade there that's been done, you can still see some of the old.
Still there?
Yeah, some of it is. The basic carriage.
During the rededication, they took the handwritten sermons and they actually regave them. So these are sermons that were originally given in the late 1700s, and they were still...
Organs they have in church. I played 3 of the organs in this town, but I've never played this one. So I was curious about it. So David found out about it and decided I should play a Bach fugue. Well, the one he had in mind goes on for 17 minutes. I'm not going to subject you to that. It would be bad enough. I'll do one little Bach prelude. And since he likes Bach, I'll do the Bach transcription of the Ave Maria, which was taken from a little prelude, and then Gounod put a melody on it, and then a little piece of Handel, just to demonstrate some nice sounds on this organ. And I didn't realize it's a brand new organ, at least in my thinking, by the Andover Organ Company, who were down in Methuen. A man who probably had a lot to do with this was in
Did?
We're members of that as well, and the interesting thing about, did you see the tavern sign they have there? Was the tavern sign out for exhibit at the Milford Historical Society?
Yeah.
Is that in the front
It-
room, that
yes.
big oval, round or oval one?
That probably is it. That's one of their pride and joys of the Milford Historical Society, and they wanted us to display. Downstairs we have like a little focus area. As you go up the tower, you'll see it. There's a couple paintings there and a desk. Well, that sign was actually hung there for about 2 or 3 months, and we were touting and trying to promote the Milford Historical Society at the time. And they had no idea what this sign was worth, but it's worth about $250,000. So, once we had it here, we didn't know what to do with it. So we just left it there without any explanation of what it was, because most people who would come in wouldn't know what it is anyway. They would just say it's a lovely sign. But because of its historic importance for the town of Milford, it's back there and now taking probably prime space in their exhibit. Well, welcome to New Hampshire Antique Co-op, and we've been here 31 years, and next year will be 32. It's a family business. It was started by myself and my bride Eileen, and my son Jason, who you've seen probably be running around with a phone in his ear typically. He's been here for over 20 years himself. So it's a real true family business, and it's a fun thing.
And his daughter, Eliza, is 7.5, she even has a little space here.
Right, and he's had one since she was 3. So when she was 3, she has to pay $1 a month for every year she is old. So next year, she's going to have an $8 rent. So we have a number of things up here which would be of some interest to you. One of which is something that Ken is standing in front of, which is the William Preston Phelps. This is a wonderful, it's really a magnificent painting by a local artist, 19th century, early 20th century artist by the name of William Preston Phelps. I bought it at auction, painted in the Dublin Art Hall. Yep, and I bought a halfway house sign at auction in Maine, which I thought was really fun. That's hanging in our hallway. Did anybody know that there was an annex building at the halfway house? Has anybody ever seen that?
Picture of it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's up in the back.
Yep. I never knew there was an annex to it. Pretty amazing. So anyway, I have lots of postcards. I have a lot of stereo cards at Jaffrey.
Fun to be able to actually make a living buying and selling wonderful pieces of history and things that really celebrate, our community. It's pretty terrific. As Dad mentioned, the William Preston Phelps. We're in such an amazing spot.
I took it up on stage.